Coming to you live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, and all across the world, psychic, medium, and energetic healer Sheena Metal brings you Messages from Spirit.
Hi, and welcome to Messages from Spirit, only on the PARAPOD TV network. Here's what we do here. I'm your host, Sheena Metal. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an energetic healer. And every week on the show, it's a real psychic medium talking to real people, just like you watching right now. Real people that just want to ask a question. They're asking real questions, and then I'm working to get real messages for them from Spirit so we can have real conversation and hopefully get them the real answers and the real healing that they so desire. That's what we do every week. Every week we get 5, 6, 7, 8 folks in here, and we give them some closure and some healing and an answer. Spirit has not disappointed yet. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, and you could, send me a text message. I'm at 818-437-0886. And if you're out of the United States, you can message me on WhatsApp, 1-818-437-0886. Learn more about me. Visit my website at sheenametalspiritual.com. And visit me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter. And I'm just at Sheena Metal. I'm thrilled to be here with you every week. And I want to talk a little bit at the beginning of the show. I always like to bring a little message. I want to talk a little bit about words. Words have power. The things that you say, I mean, thoughts have power. Thoughts are things, but we're talking about words. Words. If thoughts are the power of a Prius, words are a Lamborghini. Like, there is power in words. And it's huge. When you say things, you can't unsay them. You can walk it back. You can apologize, but you can never unsay it. You know, in courtroom shows, you'll always hear like, the jury heard it. So let's say I'm a witness on a stand and I say, oh yeah, I knew Bob. And he told me that if his mom got a line, he was going to kill her. Well, you're testifying at Bob's murder trial. Then the defense attorney says, objection. Speculative. And then the judge says, jury will disregard they heard it. Well, guess what? People still heard it. Everybody heard that Bob said he was going to kill his mom. Everybody heard it. When you say something to someone, you have thrown a dagger into the world. Or you have thrown a beam of light, depending on whether it was a positive thing or a negative thing. You can never really walk that back. You can try, but they still heard it. That's why we need to be so careful about what we say. Look, a whole nother discussion is cancel culture. And I think, like everything with humans, cancel culture has gone too far. But the idea behind cancel culture, which I think is amazing, is it has taught people to think before they speak, to think about what they say, to think about how it sounds, and to think about how it affects others. And that doesn't just have to be what you put on your Facebook feed. It can also be, what did you just say to your best friend? What did you say to your spouse? What did you just tell your elderly parent? Words have power. Thoughts are things, and words are weapons. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. If I was my engineer and producer, Emery, right now, I would be sending me a text message telling me that I need to make a t-shirt that says thoughts are things and words are weapons. Make it a weapon for good. Make everything you say a weapon that is going to defend somebody, protect somebody, not stab people, poke them, decimate them. Remember, once it's out there, the jury's heard it, and there is really no unhearing it. So you have to think before you speak, and you have to remember that as there are consequences for your actions, there are consequences for your words. And words can be weapons. Think about that. Think about how you treat people, and think about how people treat you. What weapons have people shot at you? And is that something you want to knock back? Is that something that, like the judge told the jury, you never heard it? Do you want to pretend you never heard it? Or do you want to think about the fact, how many times has this person wounded me with words? Think about it. And now I would love to give someone a message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. Who are you and where are you coming in from, honey?
My name's Tracy. I'm from LA, Los Angeles, California. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you in the best color ever. Your sweater's one of my favorite colors of pink. What's your question for me
today? Sorry about that.
I said, what's your question for me today, sweetie?
Okay. I've been married for 25 years. I'm
Okay.
divorced for a year and a half.
Okay.
And my question is, do you see any man in my life, in my future? And if so, what does that look like?
I do. I feel like you are still adjusting to what life is like not being married to your ex-husband. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're with somebody for that long, there is an energy that becomes almost another being on its own that is the two of you together. And when that is no longer a thing, it takes time for you to adjust. And I see there's a great guy out there for you, but it's probably going to be the better part of next year because you need more time to sort of re-fall in love with you and get more situated in you and comfortable with you as a you and not as a we. And then you're ready to move into another big we situation. And it'll be another big one. I mean, you're going to go right from a big one to a big one. Is that okay?
Well, I think you're so on point. That's the way I feel. There's still healing that needs to happen.
Yeah.
I guess it's this, am I even open to it? I think that's to a big relationship.
I think you're a little gun shy. You're worried it's going to not be good. You're worried it's going to be something that makes you unhappy. You're worried it's going to be weird and that you're, too old to do it. I mean, we get told weird things, right? Like if you're not married by the time you're 30, you're done. Strange things we get told.
Right.
But I just think one of the reasons that you're getting all the, danger is that you're just not ready yet. Mm-hmm. You're still trying to process into what it really feels like to be a me. And then move forward with that before you're ready to partner with somebody else.
And you see, I mean, is that someone you think is going to be local to around where I live? Do you know how I would meet somebody or what that looks like, or it's just sometime next year?
Yeah, it will be local. Yeah. You mean, do I think is it going to be like a dating site or something you pursue or somebody out of town? No, I think it's definitely somebody within your community, somebody within your region.
And I don't need to be on an app.
No, I don't. I mean, you maybe if you want just to see what's out there. I never discourage people from that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think like you're going to meet somebody who lives in, Zimbabwe and then there's going to be this whole distance problem. Like, I don't see that. It's somebody you're going to meet in your real life.
Naturally, sounds like.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apps are good for practice.
I'm sorry.
You know, I said apps are good for practice to
Oh,
get
yeah.
out there and get used to talking to somebody, right?
Hmm.
That's good.
Absolutely.
You're in good shape, sweetie. Everything's going
Thank
to
you.
be okay. And I'm so happy for you, and you're in the right place, and you've done the right things, and you're good.
Thank you. That's it. I think I like the way things are now. That's where I just was curious. That's
Good.
it.
I'm
Oh,
thrilled for you that you're not all like angst ridden about being single. It's
yeah,
good. It's good to take the time.
great. Thank you.
All right, sweetheart. Take care of you.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
bet.
Bye.
Thank you. I love when I give people messages that make them happy. It's my favorite thing is making people happy. It's really what I live for. I was just interviewing my spirit nephew on I do a weekly talk show called the Sheena Metal Experience. And he is amongst many others. He's a living historian. And one of the things he does is he's a professional Santa. And we were talking about the spirit of Santa, what he calls the Santa priesthood, what it means to encapsulate the energy of Santa. And I'm completely Sister Sheena of the Santa sisterhood, priesthood. I'm 100% about what can I do every day to make people happy, even if it's just, even if it's just a 5-minute question here on Messages from Spirit. And if you want to be one of those people, send me a text message, 818-437-0886. And with that, let me please deliver another message from Spirit. Hi.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, sweetie, I'm not hearing you. I'm having trouble with your mic. Oh, that's going to be better. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hi.
fantastic. They
Awesome.
tell you to use the earphones and they're not as good. That's happened to me before too.
That's such a pain.
Who are you, where you're from, and what's your question, sweetie?
Oh, sorry, you didn't get that. I'm Caitlin. I'm from
Hi, Caitlin.
Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio.
Beautiful. And what's your question for me, sweetie?
I'd like to know kind of what's gonna go on in my life in the next 5 years.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I see a lot happening. You're kind of in a huge transitional place.
Do
you know that?
Little bit, little not.
Okay. I see job shift. Do you know that's coming?
No. Like at the same company, or do you think it's like
same company, better position, upward move?
Oh, nice.
Little bit of an upward move. Not huge, but kind of next bump up, next step
I'll take
up.
what I can get.
Yeah, and with that, more responsibility, a little more money, and like a little pat on the back for you, which is nice.
Nice.
And then are you thinking about a location, not a location change, but I mean changing where you live? Not like what town you live in or what area you live in, but the actual structure that you live in.
I think we've always talked about like this is our starter home.
Right. Yeah. It's time for your big girl house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you ready for that?
It'd be nice to, yeah.
It will coincide with the new job. It's something about the new job, it has to do with it. It's the new job will prompt you into this new home. I don't know if it's going to be the money or something is going to make you feel like it's time to move to a bigger place.
Oh, nice.
Is that good?
That is very good. Do you see
Okay.
anything else family wise?
What kind of family thing are you looking for?
Any more children?
I do see another child. After the job and the move.
Really?
Then there's one more.
Only one more? Okay.
Only one more. Are you okay with one more?
Yeah, the only reason I've spoken to some other mediums and a lot of them have told me 3.
3 more?
That's what I've been, or 3 total. That's what I've heard.
I'm like, what? That's you have one now?
Yes.
I just see one more.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me tell you, I see one more pregnancy. But maybe it's twins. I just see one more pregnancy. I didn't tap into how many babies. I just saw you in the future pregnant.
Oh, nice. Hopefully sooner than later, so I'm not like pregnant close to 40.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yes. By the time the 5 years passes, you'll have all that. New house, new child, and new job.
Wow.
And you'll be in good shape.
That is
that
exciting.
exciting?
It is. Thank you.
Thanks for today, sweetie. I hope I helped.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. I love that story. I'm like 3 more. I'm very good at predicting babies for some reason. We talked about this on the show a couple of weeks ago. For somebody who has no children, I'm very good at predicting. And that makes me very happy. So yes, one more. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so I'm excited. Let's all send everybody I've talked to today, let's send them love. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. What a great day so far. Every time on the show is so fun. It's so fun to help people. We move like lightning and it's exciting. And so let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Who are you and where are you coming in from?
I'm Stacy from Long Beach, California.
Beautiful. Oh, you're so close to me. You could practically touch me. I'm in Huntington Beach, California. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you driven by my house?
All the time.
You should, because I got to put my Christmas trees out this weekend. Make sure. And the light up reindeer. So make sure to drive by again.
Okay.
What's your question for me, sweetie?
I have a picture of a little girl, and I wanted to know if you have any information, if you see anything about this person.
Sure. Will you do me a favor? Will you text it to me, 818-437-0886, and also hold it up to the camera so people can see it. But you're really little on my camera, so I will be able to see it better.
Okay.
This is fun. And what is it that you want to know about this person?
Anything that you can tell me. I am trying to find this person. I don't know who it is.
You're trying to find the person?
Correct.
Okay. And is it okay to ask why you're trying to find the person?
I'm sorry. Could you
818-437.
Oh, it's right on the screen.
886. There's beautiful small people behind you.
There we go. Okay, so here's the picture again.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, okay. This is not this person's current photo?
No. Okay. They would be much older at this point.
Okay.
Probably 30s to 40s, I'm guessing, by the computer in the background, which is very old.
This is a relative?
Not a relative of mine.
Okay, but somebody's relative is looking for them?
I believe it's somebody's relative that's close to me.
Okay.
I found this amongst stuff in my home.
Okay.
And I had never known about this person, and I have not been able to find any information about this person.
Okay. Well, the person is alive.
Okay, that's good.
Living somewhere in the Midwest.
Okay.
Married. There's a lot of strangeness surrounding the childhood.
Okay.
It's almost like one parent isolated from the other parent, like there was you know what I mean?
That Yes.
There's like a whole part of the family that doesn't know where this person is.
Yeah.
Because the other part sort of absconded.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why the person isolated from the other people?
It seems like there was a problem with one of the parents.
Okay.
So the other parent, for the child's safety, sort of disappeared.
Okay. That is what I suspected. That is what I suspected.
Yeah.
This,
but I don't know that this I don't know that this person knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Knows about the childhood's very fuzzy.
Okay.
And the stories are very not adding up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of question marks when it comes to childhood.
Uh-huh.
It's not as if this person knows the whole story.
Okay. Both the parents know the story, you think?
Yes, except one parent doesn't have any idea where this child is.
Okay, but they know the child exists, obviously.
Yes, exists, but doesn't know anything other than that.
And none of that parent's family know about this girl?
No, not really. No.
Okay.
That it happened, but not where she is now.
Interesting.
Is that kind of what you've pieced together?
That was my intuition on it.
Okay. Good. Always trust your gut, sweetie. You've got really good intuition, and I love that you've tapped in and we've come up with the same stuff.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have any thoughts of like where I would go to find this person? Like what would be the best form of?
I would research the parent and try to see if you can figure out through old census reports and whatnot where the parent wound up.
Okay.
I don't feel like there was a name change or anything. I don't know that the parent necessarily claimed the child on everything for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like the parent has changed identity, maybe physical look, but not name or anything. So if you find the parent, you'll have luck finding the child.
I have found who I think is the parent, but they are not wanting to talk to me. So I think that might be because of my relationship with the other parent.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I agree. Keep trying. Try to find other relatives of the parent. Sometimes you can get aunts, uncles, cousins to talk easier.
Okay. All right.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Take care, sweetheart.
Thanks, you too.
Wow. That is the most interesting reading that I have ever done on a show. I've done stuff like that privately, but I've never done anything like that on the show. That was amazing. Amazing. So, wow. I'm a little blown away by that. That was wonderful. Yeah, this happens all the time. So I'll tell you an interesting story that I have gone through in my own life. I don't know who my father is. My mother was donor inseminated at Yale University in the 60s when it was all very hush hush. So I got this great idea. I'm going to go on 23andMe and learn about my heritage. And well, I know, what my DNA says, but not all your relatives pop up because not all of them have done it and not all of them have made their information public. But interestingly enough, I went on there because I mostly wanted to find out about my mother's family because she was adopted as well. And I know a little bit about her childhood because she was orphaned at 5 and adopted at 12. But what kept coming up were relatives of my father, all these Italians that I'm related to. So I started engaging them. And then they would say, well, what's your father's name? And in the beginning, I was very honest and said, I don't know. I'm donor inseminated. And boom, none of them would get back to me. So I've started saying now, I'm not quite sure. I don't know that much about my father, but they're still not getting back to me. So the word in the family must be Uncle so-and-so gave a lot of sperm and we don't talk to the donor babies. So sometimes you get shut down. There's a wall and it's hard to get past it because people keep their secrets. So, Another great idea I didn't give her was have the person that you know, the family member you know, do their DNA and see if anybody comes up. You never know. I don't think the parent of this child would have done it because of that, but the girl might not even know about it and have done it. So, all right. Wow. All right. Let's do another message from Spirit. We're rolling along. This is fun. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Who are you and where are you coming to me from?
Well, my name is Christy. I live in Sunbury, Pennsylvania.
Oh, beautiful. Where is that in Pennsylvania, sweetheart?
It's like a central Pennsylvania. It's like about an hour north of Harrisburg.
Okay, wonderful. Harrisburg is beautiful. So as a kid, before we moved to California, I lived 30 minutes south of the Pennsylvania border into Baltimore.
Oh, nice.
So I lived right between Baltimore and the Pennsylvania border. So I've been to Harrisburg many times, and I think it's so beautiful there.
It is. It is.
What's your question for me, sweetheart?
I'm trying not to make it too long. Many years ago, I did similar to what you're doing. I used to read for people. I used to channel. I used to do a lot of spiritual stuff. But and I'm still spiritually connected. I don't know if you can tell, I still have a lot of people around me right now. I can feel all the energy.
Yeah. An entourage, yes.
But in 2016, unexpectedly, my brother died of an overdose. And I feel like a part of me died as well because I was so connected with him.
Of course.
Not just because we're brother and sister, but something on a soul level. And it made me shut down for years, spiritually and everything. And I'm just not sure if I'm coming back out of it, like I'm trying to do things again, or if something's, I don't know how to move on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, how to move on and move back into your gifts, you mean, or how to move past the hole in you from your brother's death, or both?
Both, yeah, I would say both.
Okay, so the blanket of grief, the heavy cloak of grief that you've put around you, sweetheart, is why you're not getting the messages like you did before.
Okay.
You've basically put you've closed the sunroof on the spiritual channel because you're hurting. The problem is it's protected you, but it's also stopped you from getting the messages, which is a big part of who you are. And also it stopped you from getting messages from your brother, which you so desperately want. So to get all those things again, love, you have to lower that cloak of grief. And it means it's going to hurt a little bit, but then it's going to get better. Have you ever had like a sore and you had to pour peroxide on it? And when you first did, it hurt and it foamed and you're like, aha! But then every day you did it, it was better and then it healed.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like to take the cloak down. There is a minute where you feel very raw because you've been protecting yourself with that for almost 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
But then you will start to heal. And it's going to feel a little weird for a while, like when you first get a cast taken off and your skin feels weird, or you first get rid of your retainer and the roof of your mouth feels weird. But then you will get desensitized to it because your energetic self has been covered by this cloak, so that it hasn't gotten any air, and it needs it. Your brother wants to communicate with you. He wants to help you and be a guiding spirit and work with you in your spiritual work, sweetie.
And I feel that. I know he's talking to me. He's right here.
Yes.
He's talking to me. But I don't understand what he's trying to tell me. And I feel so bad because I feel blocked. And that's why I wanted to see if he wanted to say something to me right now.
He does, sweetie. That's what he's saying. He wants you to drop the cloak, know his unconditional love, know that you are one of his soulmates, know that he wants to come on board and help you in your spiritual work. But if you don't drop the cloak, he's always going to sound like this when he's talking to you from next to the cloak. You know what I mean? He's got his face up against the cloak, but you can't hear because of the cloak.
My thing is, even though I'm like kind of shut down, I'm trying to, make it better. I still feel a lot of things around me
Of
all the
course.
time.
Oh yeah, stuff gets in. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, because of the cloak, honey, you can't control what gets in, and you
Mhm.
can't bring in the things you want. The really strong stuff gets in anyhow, but sometimes that's the stuff we don't want.
Right.
So let's work on getting that cloak down, and let's get you
Okay.
back healed. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Thank
sending
you.
you so much love. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
You're so wonderful. Yeah, the cloak of
Thank-
grief. We've all had it. We've all had it. We've all done it. But you got to let it down. My mom would just she kept ripping that. I got a message. I got a message. I mean, she wouldn't let me. And so mine was never that bad. She also released me energetically as she was dying. So I think my grief was not as bad as anywhere near what I thought it was going to be because of that. And she came into my life so soon after she died, like within the hour, that I always felt her here. But yeah, grief is hard. I'm dealing with it right now. One of my best friends died, and I'm working through that grief. So there we go. All right, let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi,
How are you? Who are you? And where are you coming in from, love?
I'm Chris, and I'm coming from Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Beautiful. Chris, you look like you're in the middle of the stratosphere right now.
I'm
I
in the
don't know.
car. It's the only quiet place in the house right now.
It's so weird because what it looks like is you're in the sky behind you, a black night sky with a star. And then up top in the corner here, it looks like the reflection of the moon on the earth. So beautiful. I thought you had a backdrop. It's awesome.
That's cool.
What's your question for me, love?
Well, it kind of like, I know I'm an empath. And
Yes.
when I was younger, I was open to it. And, when you're young, you do dumb stuff. And I got into some dumb stuff. And I had an attachment for a while. And it's like, it was threatening me through my kids. So
Yes.
I blocked everything. But I've lost 2 very close people in the last 4 years. But it's like all of a sudden, it's all coming back. And I want to know if I'm doing the right thing by going forward and going ahead and opening up.
Please. Yes.
Because I've got grandkids that I can see this special gift in too.
Yes. So when you say you got into some bad stuff, you mean that you
we were messing with some people that were doing bad things that we shouldn't have really been messing with.
Right. You did some stuff that you went some places you weren't qualified to go without the right protection. Yep. Yeah. And that'll happen, right? I always say that people that use a Ouija board and they don't know what they're doing. I always say it's like walking into a bar naked at 2 a.m. and saying, "Who wants to have sex with me?" You're going to get takers, but it's not going to be who you want. And that's how you wind up getting an attachment that won't leave you alone. But you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? You can't just because you got into a bad situation, you have to stop, think about what you did, figure out how you don't want that to happen again, go into it next time super protected. And I want you every night to have a conversation with Spirit and tell Spirit, I have learned my lesson. I have fixed the problem. I am ready to now receive my gifts again. Please take off the block and let them come back in.
Because I can feel it coming back out, and
agreed.
I see it in my grandkids.
Agreed.
2 granddaughters that I've got, I see it because the youngest one has already told me, without realizing she told me, that she was playing with a ghost.
Yeah.
Her friend, she was upset because her friend couldn't come with her.
Yep.
And it's like, I want to be able to understand it in myself so I can let them understand it and not be afraid of it.
Yes. Yes. 100%. And you need to get used to what it feels like to be open again. So just make sure you super protect every inch of the way.
Oh yeah, I do.
but it's coming. And when it comes, the first that'll come through are your two friends that you lost. Your two loved ones. They will come first. And they will help.
I know one of them's already here because I can feel her.
Yes. And she will help. They will both help, but her especially will help to protect you from what's coming next as you open up.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
You are wonderful. I'm here when you need me, all right? Take care of you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, a lot of cool questions about spiritual path and gifts tonight. I love that. That's so beautiful. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, this is my cell. It's my private cell, and I swear I answer it myself. 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. 818-437-0886. All right, let's do another message from Spirit. I'm so excited. Hi. I think you have to turn your phone. There you are. Hi. I can't hear you. Is your mic on? You know what, sweetie? I think you need to go out and come back in. Go out, turn off your phone, turn it back on, and come back in. Because for some reason, you don't have I can't hear your audio at all. Can you do that? Yeah, I can't hear you. Emery, will you, all right, we're going to get you back. So Emery's going to give you the message. You need to go out and come back in. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Who are you and where are you coming in from?
This is Mary Alex. I'm from Spring, Texas.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you here. What's your question for me, love?
I had done reading with you before also, and it was really good one. I have 2 questions.
Sure.
My husband passed away, and everybody keeps saying that spirit comes and meet the loved one, but I never feel like that he came and he talked to me or he had hugged me.
He's trying to come, but he feels like you almost want him to come so bad that you're blocking it. You know, like when ladies want to get pregnant so bad, they never get pregnant, and then they stop thinking about it, they get pregnant. Sometimes, because when you really want it and you're really seeking it, sweetheart, you're trying to control how it happens. And you sort of need to let him control it because he knows more how to navigate the spiritual world than you do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So instead of trying to make it happen just every night, maybe before you go to bed, when you first wake up in the morning, like your quiet time, just say, I would love to hear from you. I would love to see you. I would love a sign. And you come to me any way that you can handle it. You come to me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have been seeing the numbers and all that, but...
Yes. Oh, good. So you are seeing the signs. You're just not actually hearing from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you just need to adjust your idea of how you think it's going to be.
Okay.
And then when you come back in, when you come in with this new awareness, then you're going to let him tell you how it's going to, he will come and tell you how it happens.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's so important because we just don't know how to do it. They teach us. I mean, I know how to do it now because I've learned. But with ones that you love, it's very different to contact your own loved ones than it is for me to contact other people's loved ones. That's the easy part. With mine, I just let them tell me how it's going to happen. And then I work around how they can handle it.
Got it.
So just do that. Release all your expectations of it and just say to him, I want you to show me how you can come in, please. I'm leaving it all up to you. I will stay open. I will stay aware, and you come in for me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And
Uh,
it's uh-huh.
yeah, I have one more question
Sure.
regarding my future.
Okay.
How it looks like my future.
I
What
think I'm
doing?
sorry.
What I'll be doing, because I don't know what to do anymore.
You
With
need something. You need something to feel passionate about again, sweetie. I feel like that there's a lack of passion. You need something that you're really, really excited about, something that makes you fly out of bed every morning, right?
yeah,
And I mean, I think it would be really good for you to have a new career. You need something that makes you feel like you're doing something for the world, like you have a purpose.
yeah, I had joined all the volunteer services and all that, but that's about it. I keep doing it, but I don't feel like coming home back because that's where my husband is.
Yes.
When I am out there, I'm happy with them. But as soon as I get into my car, I'm like, I have to go home alone.
Yes. Yes. That's
So,
why you need something that you can even bring home, that you can work on while you're home, that you see how it's going to grow, that you see how it's going to get bigger, that's getting you in contact with a bunch of people. You need to meet a bunch of people and have more people around you. You need stuff to fill the hole that was left by the death of your husband. Does
okay.
that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in
Thank
good shape, sweetheart. I'm here when you need me.
Yes. Thank you.
Take
You
care, love. I'm sending you love.
are all right. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, hun. Yeah, grief is hard. Lots of grief today. The best thing to do is keep moving, and keep having a purpose on the earth. All right, let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi, yeah, my name is Marty. I'm in Los
Hi, Marty.
Angeles.
Hi,
Hi,
sweetie.
how are you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
great. What's your question for me, darling?
Well, I've been performing for a while. I've been doing this for a while, and I just want to see is there anything new? Like, is there anything new or different? I approach I can take or do something to kind of
Right.
break through, or do something bigger, get something, get where I haven't been. You know.
How much are you doing online? How much are you getting out there virtually?
Um, Not a lot right now. I did more before, but not a lot. Mainly because I have a laptop at home, and it doesn't work that well, and that's part of it. That's part of it.
Okay, so you can use your phone to do it. That is the message that Spirit is giving me, is you need to start creating content and getting it out there and letting more people put eyeballs on how wonderful you are. You're like a tree that fell in the forest and no one heard right now. You got some people that listen, but you need to get more people listening, Marty. More
You
people
mean like
seeing your
those video clips and stuff, like
Yep.
the video.
Yep. And they don't have to be of something you did somewhere else. You can just literally turn your camera on and start working out some material. Just start talking.
With no audience.
Yep. Don't need an audience. You're going to put it on social media and let the audience come. I know it's a horrifying thought, isn't it? But I swear to you, it's going to bring new eyes and ears in.
It's more it's more scary than just with real people. You know, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
But,
yes, I agree. But it's not, because you have to envision them. Use your psychic self, use your third eye, and envision that they're going to be there and they're going to see it. And then others are going to see it and others are going to see it. And it's a great way for you to get your stuff out there. And you have a very warm, engaging energy, Marty. And it's a wonderful way for people to see and feel that energy.
Okay. I'll figure out. I'm on Instagram a lot, so I'll try that one. And
yeah, that's a good place to start. Yes, and don't get bummed if it's not like 1 million followers right away. It's going to take time. Let it take time. Find other people that you like what they're doing, follow them, and then send them a private message that says, hey, Here's my page. I love what you're doing. Here's what I'm doing. Maybe we can follow each other. You know what I mean? And just start building it. It's baby steps.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
I'll do that.
Take care of you, sweetie. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I will do that. Okay, thanks, Sheena.
Thank you, sweetie. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. What beautiful people. I'm so happy. The show is blessed. Thank you. It all trickles down from the top. So thank you to Tony Sweet, the owner of PARAPOD TV and the sister radio station UBN Go, and also the PARAPOD Festival that I plan to be a part of hopefully next spring. My wonderful engineer and producer, Emery, he is the wind beneath my wings. I'm touching my heart, but you can't see. I love him so much. Until I see you next time, visit my website, SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. Follow me on social media at Sheena Metal everywhere. Marty, I mean you. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Twitter is now X. And then visit my website and learn more about me. SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, 818-437-0886. Text me, or out of the US, WhatsApp me, 1-818-437-0886. I'll see you next Wednesday at 2:00 Pacific time. Seek peace, live in love, lead with kindness, embrace unity, always work to raise your vibration, the vibration of those around you, and the vibration of the everything. And most importantly, know that you are love, and you are loved, and you're loved by me. I'm Sheena Metal. This is Messages from Spirit, only on PARAPOD TV. I'll see you next week.